Greetings, everyone. I'm live again, Zahra Jawad, Truth Seeker, Ex-Shia. So, come to show you this ayat here. But before I do this, sorry, I just put the mic on. Another how the Quran ayat goes, but that I will show you later. Kill yourself. Kill yourself for worshipping a calf. No difference in taking lives, and this Allah has asked them to commit suicide. No difference. This Allah, who is my Allah, has asked them, the calf worshippers, to commit suicide. Read part of Exodus, also from the Bible, about the golden calf worshippers. And God sent them a plague, so they were not killed by the people, but in the Bible it stated that God sent them a plague. Uh, as usual, coming here, you may open your Surah Nisa ayat 66, please. So just checking if I am again, I can see myself here online. Can't see myself. Here I am. So we'll hope the again checking sound is okay. This is slow because I always get this fright, that what have you said? What have I said in my last live stream? And someone would come and tell me, try to correct me, that no, you have to read the Quran ayats in context there because about the hypocrites, it's different there. So I had a fright. I went back to this ayat, Surah Nisa, about the hypocrites, and Surah Tawbah, like I think I was doing. So as I was trying to search for that ayat that I last was doing after this in Surah Nisa, that to reach the very souls, talk to them to reach the very souls, admonish them, and all this, right? So if here it says, but no, by first, I think here also it talks about the previous ayats about hypocrites wrong themselves. They had come to you praying to Allah for forgiveness and had the messenger. So I got a fright here when, after some time, that no, these are the hypocrites who, a different party of hypocrites. What has Allah said about them here? Okay, so maybe I'll come back to this. So I was reading like this, and yeah, what is so different about these hypocrites? That they don't go for the fight, for a battle, or what happens, right? Like in Surah Fat, Badawans said, please ask for forgiveness. Anyways, in the last, where this pilgrimage, one of the pilgrimages, Prophet Muhammad did not go to Makkah. He sent Abu Bakr with, he sent Abu Bakr, and then, then this ayat, the surah came down, Tawbah, so Imam Ali was rushed. So how would they have killed him? Maybe the last farewell, okay, maybe the last farewell talks about, Surah Fat ayats talk about when he himself goes to Makkah. So, okay, this mistake, okay, I apologize. Um, but here, you see, if Surah Nisa, verse 66, here it does not say like fi sabilillah. You know, if you had given your lives for this religion, in the end, let me see, don't give me a fright because you see, then there people will say that these foreigners and some Christians are also they're doing this thing to give Islam a bad name. They don't read the whole ayats or something like this. Excuse me. Now these are very tricky ayats, though. The very obvious one was that Surah Azab ayat 37, and for me it was a very shocking the first time I understood. Did I understand what this Surah Nur ayat 33 is talking about? That who will be forgiven? So I could understand, like, right, how Allah had put that ayat. It was very shocking for me. So recently, since we have the Quran.com, and I can just push the button here and then also get uh, English translation, directly about the Arabic word. Because remember, I was in Karachi most of my life, and I did not learn Arabic, even though from the Arab world, my father's side. Of
اقتلوا.
Uqtulu. Tulu means high rising sun, rising sun, someone rising high, the sun. Uqtulu, yani kill. See the way this ayat is put, for us it would be like, if we read the translation, which I must have read this translation, where is it? Sacrifice your lives. Yusuf Ali. I have to put the mic back on because then my voice is very faint without the mic. If we had ordered them to sacrifice their lives or to leave their homes, very few of them would have done it. But if they had done what they were actually told, it would have been best for them, and we would have gone furthest to strengthen their faith. If, I know the word if is there, if we had ordered them to sacrifice their lives, or to, this is how I used to read it. Recently, I got shocked at these other slay yourselves. Had we, okay, it's like a thing, if is there. Had we enjoined upon them, slay yourselves or leave your habitations, few of them would have done it. Of course. Do you think we would be crazy to kill ourselves? So it's not sacrifice your lives. Sahih International also kill yourselves. If we, I know, God is saying if. It's not that we told them to go and sacrifice your lives. But they didn't do it. So, not like that. When will I get finished with it so I can do more in life? Maybe, like come here, say, let's go into this pure awareness or something. Or upload some other videos about life, love, togetherness, sharing, caring. And today is Ashura, since I found out a little bit of my conscience, and I can't, no, don't listen to songs, and you know, but still, I mean, okay, just um, so it's like this energy is here that is giving me that this thing that kind of can't put it in words what it is doing to me. Please, I'm an ex-Shia now. But okay, for even like if you find out your enemy but did we ever mourn for the? Let's keep quiet, not say anything, because we don't know whether Ibn Ishaq could be right, whether that part of the history could be right about against the Jews, the Huawei, right? So, anyways, we don't rejoice, uh, and so we don't rejoice. Okay, so let's see, we don't rejoice. So the one who injured Fatima, we don't rejoice. Okay. So, and if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves. What? I know that God is saying if. I don't miss the if. But you see, if we had, please look at this, because then you're going to say that the foreigners, some Christians are online and they're trying to get us out of this religion. I'm an ex-Shia, I'm no foreigner to this religion. Today it's Ashura, right? I'm no foreigner to this religion. Please look at this, because tomorrow you're going to give me a fright. Get up and see, but maybe this in a context you should read about the hypocrites, right? But look at the way it's put here. And okay, but no, by your Lord, they will not truly believe until they make you, O Muhammad, judge concerning that over which they dispute among themselves, and then find within themselves no discomfort from what you have judged, and submit in full willing submission, like Zainab bin Josh submitted and Zaid submitted. And I'm going to take you to that verse also. And you put yourselves in that the shoes of Zainab bin Josh and Zaid. And you'll say, no, no, because Zainab bin Josh married later on after divorcing Zaid, and God has made it easy for the believers now to marry their adopted sons' ex-wives. Because you see, maybe no one had anyone, like no one could marry Zainab bin Josh, and her status rose to Ummul Momineen. Yeah, and when a Muslim marries, her status doesn't go up. But we made it easy for those, it says the Quran ayat 37, last part. Easy for you believers to marry the adopted sons' ex-wives. That's okay. Adopted sons' ex-wives, if she doesn't want to, now that she doesn't want to, what? She doesn't want to marry anyone, but now she wants to marry Prophet Muhammad. She wants to marry her husband's adopt, like foster father. How would you put it? What's that called? Father. Huh? She couldn't find anyone else in the world. So decision, because these hypocrites did not yield completely to the decision, judgment of Prophet Muhammad. Surah, I'll take you there to Surah Ahzab ayahs. You have to, whatever decision Allah and the Messenger have made for you, you have to succumb to it. This is my English, unfortunately. But what's the reason of putting it like this? Then if it's not surprising, then don't be shocked. I have to give you bluntly Shias today. Yazid cornered Imam Hussein, sent the army, and if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves or leave your homes, they would not have done it, except for a few of them. So Prophet Muhammad, your grandson did it today. on Ashura Day, 10th Muharram. Right? But if they had done what they were instructed, it would. And but but if they had done what they were instructed, yani you're saying that if Prophet Muhammad says, jump, take your lives, jump from this mosque or the roof of some high place or a mountain or a hill, jump, kill yourselves. You've got to jump. You have to kill yourselves. Another thing is that this is not about Islam. I mean, yeah, it is. This is Islam. I know there are ifs and buts here in this verse. You see, what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm so shocked. No, in a shocking way, jarred, stunned. So I want to check these hypocrites who say, then because, I say that here when they came, Surah Fatayat, when the Baduan said, please forgive us, they didn't want to fight. They didn't want to go and protect messenger of Allah, right? They didn't want to go there to Makkah with him for the last pilgrimage. And we did not send any messenger except to be obeyed by the permission of Allah. And if when they wrong themselves, this is about the hypocrites. They had come to you and asked forgiveness of Allah, and the messenger had asked forgiveness for them, they would have found Allah accepting of repentance and merciful. So, what type of hypocrites were they? Because in Surah Munafiq, hypocrites, we are told that, don't forgive them. In another ayat, if they even come, they're not saying what is in their hearts and they don't mean it. And when they say reconciliation, they don't mean it. When they say peace, they don't mean it. These are hypocrites. And how in the world is any Muslim or anyone going to believe me? Because you will say, no, no, no. Do not kill people for religion, but we will kill ourselves. We will sacrifice our lives. Okay, we're not going to kill people, but our lives we are going to sacrifice for our religion. And you are shaitan. Because when I was a Shia, every other way was shaitan. Whether the deed was good or anything, it was shaitan. Shaitan is testing the believers. Today, you see, the Westerners have gone forward. That we are being tested. Westerners are doing more charity than the Muslims. We are being tested. Shaitan is showing them. Surah Maryam ayat that oh, they make such an impressive assembly and they're so good, the behavior and all that. Shaitan is testing us. Shaitan is testing us. So maybe this will stop you from killing for religion, but it won't stop you from sacrificing your lives. But here it doesn't say sacrifice your lives. It says, if we had asked you to kill yourselves in sacrifice, kill yourselves? Kill yourselves? So Zainab bin Jash obeyed the decision of Allah and His Messenger against her will to marry. He's marrying whoever, and beauty, if the beauty even. Now tell me, is it fair? You want me to be like very soft talking to, hello, dear Muslims, I send you my love tonight. When we are told there in Surah Azab, right? Not to the women of Prophet Muhammad. So we have to follow that example until we reach that place of the Umm al-Mumineen or be Fatma Zahra if you're a Shia, if you're a Sunni, Umm al-Mumineen. For the women, it's like this. This is their example, not Prophet Muhammad. The ladies, Umm al-Mumineen. But no, by your Lord, they will not truly believe until they make you okay. How many translations have come here? Oh, it doesn't matter. And if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves or leave your homes, they would not have done it. Of course not. No, no. Yani, you're telling, like, please give us a, why kill ourselves? And it literally says, kill yourselves. It doesn't say, like, fi sabilillah. For, you know, kill yourselves for religion. Kill yourselves for this. Then the faith would have come. Then he would have given you a miracle and brought you back to life. But if they had done what they were instructed, it would have been better for them. Like the Prophet Muhammad is not asking you to kill yourselves and leave your homes. Prophet Muhammad is not asking you to leave your homes, kill yourselves. Did I share this on my? Who is coming now? Please see this. So I can leave this for once and for all and have better things to do, perhaps. There are better things to do, like do some, meditation. इस चीज़ में ख्वार होना. Anyways, I had to make understanding Shia Islam, and I saw the Pakistanis were, you know, in Pakistan, the Shias were genocide. There was killing of the Shias. So now I have to show you that why would you kill me? You would have killed my, if I was a man, gone to the majlis, you would have, one of your people would have killed me in Pakistan, bomb blast. What if I had died in the Imam Barg? Good. But the thing is, for me, it is very good. Don't think it is, it's your own people. Surah Nur. But that was, Surah Nur ayat was, it's your own people spreading rumors and all that. Own people killing you. Okay. Yes, in Pakistan. नहीं ये Jewish ये Zionists हैं and we don't do it. You don't do it? You don't kill Shias. No, we don't want Shias to be killed. But we haven't understanding Shia Islam. I've had a page there on, no, a group on Facebook. And then how ungrateful is man. You know what this His Highness Agha Khan has done? Their peaceful, what they've done. And I'm stuck on this. Yeah. So please see this. Not that I want to be right. If I make a mistake, I will come here and correct myself. I did it last time. Please see this. You want me to follow this religion? Have I gone insane, or I have gone insane? But is do you think if God had asked you to kill yourselves, which He did actually, If you don't, if you think no one is going to help this Prophet Muhammad, then go and tie a rope on the ceiling and hang yourselves. Hang yourselves. So you Muslims, the Shia Sunnis both are going to say, yes, yes, very good, that Quran ayat, hang yourselves. Come defend your religion. Please come. Come and defend your religion. Today, Ashura Day or 9th Muharram somewhere, the Shias are unable to come to defend their religion. Why should I tie a rope on the ceiling and kill myself? Huh? If it was for the truth, if my mother had told me, I would have killed my. Yes, if my mother wanted, don't say anything, please. My mother wants to push me. My father wants to push me, off the roof with full submission. So Yusuf Ali sacrificed their lives. If we had ordered them to sacrifice their lives, today is such a day that Imam Hussein and his children, male, his uh, ashabs, his companions, Hur came, Hur Rihai, the freed, sacrificed their lives or to leave their homes. Very few have done. Wait a minute, Christian, Catholic, nuns, priests, they don't get married. That is a test for us. So if we had asked them not to get married, this is like finishing your life, killing yourself. Couldn't you have put it in a better way? It's not sacrifice. It's kill here. Kill yourselves. Oh my God, please wake up. Today is Ashura for the Shias. I cannot call them, but maybe some other day you will see this, okay? And it says like what hypocrites who, okay, these hypocrites are different type. Please go look in the context, read these ayats. And you Muslims are lost without the context of the Quran ayats. Because what it's in a mumble jumble. When you'll read that ayat, then you'll forget there's no intercession. Someone saying there's no intercession, and someone is saying, yes, yes, go kill the Shias, or go kill that person, go kill that person, kill yourself. Yes, yes, I want my hands to be cut off because I stole something. It is kill yourselves. If we had decreed, oh, God is so like this thing, that thing. If we had decreed, not, very few would have, please, you know, you are the giver of life. Yes, very few, because I would have thought, is anybody else with the one true God? Is there another one true God there, right? Or am I insane here? You say life is sacred, because I'm going to say, God, you decreed that I kill myself. You know what? You see, the mother has the right. Let's say mother has the right. Child is born. I want to kill my child. First you wanted the child. Now you're saying you want to kill the child. Who to trust? I mean, what to do? So this is not the way. Kill yourselves. If you had said, you see, but many people they say, no, 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 you read this ayat in context. But Baba, couldn't the God write kill instead of kills? Be witness, shahadat, like sacrifice. What is the word for sacrifice? Martyrs, right? Martyr your, sacrifice your life for this religion, exclusively devoted. That is said. Here he's saying, if now who in their right mind, where we believe that that God who gave us life and this life is sacred, of course, if you had decreed, we would not have believed. We would have thought you are a false God. Doubts would have come in our minds because every human being has this inner self-defense mechanism. Unless something really great has happened, great tragedy, and you're gone into despair and you want to kill yourselves, like suicide people commit, right? This is like a doomed religion. I'm sorry, I cannot. If I could, do you see this? And if we had decreed on them that kill yourselves, Allah बोल रहे हैं यार, यानी अगर हम डिक्री करते, हुक्म लाते कि वो शरिया में कि मार लॉ लाते कि मार अपने आप को कत्ल कर दो, कमिट सुसाइड, और अपने घर छोड़ दो. Not that they have done it except a few. कि बहुत कम करते ऐसा, बहुत कम ऐसा करते, पागल होते. आज भी इतने लोग मैं देख रही हूँ, आपके दिमाग ब्रेन वॉश्ड हैं इस कल्ट में, कि आप लोग या तो शियाओं को मारेंगे, शिया अपने थोड़ा मातम मातम आज़ादारी थोड़ा नहीं करते हैं, यू नो, काश हम वहाँ होते, पैशन प्ले होता है, तो हम अपनी जान देते इमाम हुसैन के लिए. ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है, ज़ंजीर का मातम या अ, जो भी हेड. So, have I become Yazid? Are you going to say that I've become Yazid? Maybe, okay, I've become Yazid, but no, but so until they make the judge, what happened when Zainab bin Josh made him judge? So these are different set of, uh, if you have these contradictory ayats, like these are different sets of hypocrites, and those are different sets of hypocrites in the Surah Munafiqun or Munafiqeen, and in Surah Fat, Baduans. And you see, there it says that they didn't want to fight, they didn't want to go for a fight. But then why does it say, okay, for these hypocrites, it says that Allah would have forgiven them had they come? Not only this, there are conditions now. And had you believed, submit with a full taslima, full submission. Look, if अगर वो कहते हैं ना कि उर्दू में जैसे कि अगर गटर में आप लोग जंप मारना चाहते हैं और दूसरों को भी लेना अपने आप के साथ चाहते हैं, तो ये तो बात कैसी हुई यानी. मुझे भी गटर में जंप, इतने सारे आप लोगों ने गटर में जंप किया है, मुझे भी लेके जाना चाह रहे हैं. Why should I go there? Am I crazy? My reason doesn't have, this religion now doesn't appeal to my reason. Let's say I'm in love with, you know about love, or you don't know about love, or you marry because your parents told you. I was told, I don't know, not to marry because my parents, not to marry because of Ram sympathizing with someone. Marry who you like. But, excuse me, another point, submit completely. So these hypocrites were told that not only this, that, but submit to Prophet Muhammad's decision completely. Now you see what happened in the market of Akkad. Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him. This is Shia account. This is coming, you see, later on, Muhammad Bakar, Imam Muhammad Bakar. In the market of Akkaz, Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son was sold as a slave, Prophet Muhammad doesn't know that who buys a kidnapped son, purchases. Prophet Muhammad is a prophet at this time also. The Shias, from birth he is aware of his prophethood. It's not like at the age of 40, like the Sunnis believe, sources, that he said, oh, angel came and, started to. So that's quite a funny. We used to think. When he came to know that his kidnapped son was sold as a slave, he approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zaid from his nephew, Muhammad, meaning. The Holy Prophet at once set him free and gave him permission to go with his father. But Zaid decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. Did Zaid do a favor on Holy Prophet? So, okay, let's. And Jatana, favor nahi Jatana. Quran mein hai, don't give with after, give and then hurting someone and all this. Quran ayat hai. The Holy Prophet at once set him free and gave him Abu Talib permission to go with his father. But Zaid decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness. Shiaz, I know today where you are. Sorry, with due respect. And the Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness that from that day Zaid was his son and he was his father. People, who did he ask? Why did he ask the people to bear witness? If you're going to tell me he's a very trustworthy prophet, and we trust him, he never changes his word, never moves from his word, you know. Then he married his cousin. Then, then he married his cousin Zainab, a very beautiful young woman, to Zaid. It so happened that they could not live happily together. So happened. Zaid divorced Zainab. To save Zainab from the misery of a divorce, Allah commanded the Holy Prophet to marry Zainab. According to pagan formula, when a man wanted to get rid of his wife without making her free, what? So Allah commanded the Holy Prophet to marry Zainab. Yes. But this verse is for whom? She was miserable. She was miserable. And then we come here, I'll show you. Verse 36. Let me show you verse 36. It is not fitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided by Allah and His Messenger, to have any option about that decision. If anyone disobeys Allah and His Messenger, he is indeed on a clearly wrong path. And there's more later on, flipping faces in hell, fire, of those who disobeyed not only Allah but His Messenger. Refer to the commentary verses here, but most important surah about Zaid, Zainab, and the Holy Prophet. Zaid's marriage with the Holy Prophet's cousin Zainab, daughter of Josh, was celebrated in Makkah 8 years. At the time of their marriage, when she was informed, skipping some, was informed by the Holy Prophet, she did not like the proposal. She was informed by the Holy Prophet, she did not like the proposal. So her brother Abdullah bin Josh and both of them, according to who? Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Baqir, wanted to exercise their freedom of choice in this matter. Then this verse was revealed. It is not fitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided by Allah and His Messenger, to have any option. She was forced into marrying. Imam Muhammad Baqir, our fifth Imam, Shia's fifth Imam, not mine anymore. Oh, 12 Shia's fifth Imam says this. He can marry Prophet Muhammad, and then what are we told in verse 52 of Surah Ahzab? No more, even if the beauty please thee. Why does God have to say, even if the beauty please thee? Marriage, she was informed. Ahmad Bakr wanted. So, according to Imam Imam Ahmad al Bakr, just not bin Ali, but Imam Muhammad al Bakr, wanted to exercise their freedom of choice in this matter. When this verse was revealed, we must not put our own wisdom in competition with Allah's wisdom. Allah's wisdom. We must accept it loyally and do the best we can to carry it out. This poor believer's marriage is gone. All I've said in the videos uploaded, we must make our will consonant to the will of Allah. Also refer to the commentary of Nisa. So you say, no, we want, Zaid wished to divorce her. What could you say here? Zainab Highborn could not reconcile herself with Zaid. Both were good believers and both loved the Holy Prophet. Allah bichare. But there was mutual, these poor two, both were good believers, both loved the Holy Prophet, but there was mutual incompatibility. Of course, you don't see it coming. Neither does Allah see it coming, nor does Holy Prophet see it coming. You see, I have to act funny now. It is time to act a little funny and laugh like this. So, sorry, I can't be fast. I need to gather myself here. So, the Holy Prophet tried his best to prevent separation between them because Zainab's reputation would be ruined. No one sees anything. Neither can I tell Sunnis, can you see this? Shias, can you see this? Because the Shias, forget it. I'm banging my I'm banging my head on the walls. After the divorce, Zainab's misery as a widow began to disturb the family of Banu Hashim. Well, you know what we are told about Zainab was Zainab bin Josh, who can be a proud widow. in Islam. No, no, no. The men are not going to leave you, the family is not going to leave you. Where does it say in Wikipedia that Zainab was a proud widow? I am Muhammad ibn Jarir Tabari, or Tabari, Sunni. Okay, it comes from the Umayyad. Zainab, supported by her brother Abdullah, at first refused the proposal on the grounds that I am the widow of a Quraysh. Oh, how these Quraysh people honored their widows. Here, if I don't get married, if I didn't get, my mother will be coming from one side, my father will be coming from the other side, the whole family, aunts will be coming, uncles will be coming, trying to. No, no, she has to get married, has to get married, has to get married. All that pressure. To whom? Not the person she loves. Forget it, love is not in Islam. Love will come after marriage, not before marriage. You marry a Muslim, good, pious Muslim. You don't see his looks or anything. No? Don't see his looks. How many has he married? Prophet Muhammad. And you people don't get this verse, do you? Sorry to say it, put it this way. I think you're going to kill me. I don't know how else to put it now. What does it say here? Not lawful to you are any additional women after this, nor is it for you to exchange them for other wives, even if their beauty were to please you. Why is he saying this? Why is Allah saying, even if their beauty were to please you? This means that Rasulullah was getting married because of beauty also. You see, if you don't understand, if you have a big ulamas, Arabic Quran experts, come here, please. Today's Ashura, no Shia is coming here. Or ninth, 52 verse of Surah Azab. Not it is lawful for you women to marry women after this. After what? And not to exchange. Okay, maybe there is a reason after what. For them, wives other, even if pleases you, their beauty. Husna hunna. Husna hunna. The beauty. You know why God is saying this? Even if, why does he bring this? Even if the beauty were to please you. Ajabaka. Tell me why. Why would God say this? Why would, just like that? He's, God has a, is he crazy? Why would he tell such a prophet that he is beloved prophet, does make any mistakes, such high morals, exalted high morals, or avim morals? Huh? Why would he tell him? Why? 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 Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Oh, I know. He was telling the Sahabas. But here, the Sahabas know that they can not marry more than four. This verse is exclusively for Prophet Muhammad. He's not giving a sign, Allah is giving a sign to the believers through him. Fear hypocrites. Oh, sorry, fear Allah and do not hearken to the hypocrites. Here, even the Shia ulemas, reasoning experts come. Later on, they can come, and but why should they come here? Oh, men of reason, this verse, this you see, it might take 1 hour, 2 hours to explain one verse. To show you, because it's a lot of brainwashing. Not it is lawful for you, Prophet Muhammad, women to marry after this, and not to exchange them for wives, even if you want to exchange your wives, even if they're beautiful. Okay, even if, okay, maybe I'm wrong here, the English, even if pleases you, a jabaka, their beauty. He's not saying this to the Sahabas or the believers through him, Allah, through the Prophet. Even if they're beautiful. Who was marrying beautiful women? No, he was marrying widows. Even if the beauty please you. What is this? Please don't give me a shock that I'm wrong here, because they are Quran experts claiming to have known the whole Quran, and they can remember ayats like at the tip of their tongue, coming surah numbers, this, that, claiming to. Please tell me, either I don't understand it or you don't. Please correct me. And how are you going to correct me? Tell me. No, he saw in this Jewish lady, Husna, Hanna means, yeah, female good deeds, righteousness, piety, not outer beauty. If you're going to tell me this, how many more excuses will you make? If you're going to tell me this, I'll take you to Zainab bin Josh. No, sorry. I will take you. No, 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 no. Zainab bin Josh was beautiful and was a cousin. You can trap me in that. But I'll take you to Safiya, Safiya bint Huway. Huway, right? Here is she. And tell me this is a lie from the Sunni sources, that she wasn't beautiful. And her excellent, was it Jawaria, about Jawaria? According to Muhammad al-Bukhari, Muhammad stayed for 3 days between Khaybar and Medina when he consummated his marriage to Safiya. Okay, this may be wrong. It's coming from Bukhari, mother of the village. Speculate they would consider Safia's. Safia did not bear any children. Jewish, Muhammad once said to his wife that if other women insulted her for her Jewish heritage and were jealous because of her beauty, she was to respond. See, you're going to say, no, no, no. Muhammad married Safiya bint Huyay, of course, to help her because she was inclined to Muhammad married to Kanana. Kanana was against Muhammad, her father was against Muhammad. Jewish tribes, Battle of Khyber, killed. Kanana was Safiya's first husband, Kanana ibn al-Rabi, was killed in battle. Marriage to Muhammad. According when he consummated his marriage to Safiya, his companions wondered if she was to be considered a captive. Ma malakat, you know, this what your right hands possess in the Quran ayat, or a wife. The former speculated that they would consider Safiya as Muhammad's wife and thus mother of the believers. Muhammad advised Safiya to convert to Islam. Advised. Now he's when after killing her husband, and her father is also gone away. Legacy. Just I had to skip a little bit here. In 656, Safiya sided with, defended him at his last meeting with Ali. Caliph sided with Caliph Uthman ibn Affan during the period when the Caliph was besieged. Safiya died during the reign of Muawiyah and was buried in graveyard. Her dream was interpreted as a miracle. Her dwelling in Medina was bought by Muawiyah for 180,000 dirhams. Her suffering reputation for crying won her place in Sufi works. She's mentioned in all. Okay, but her character, what was her legacy, made the attempt to reach gems of light. Safiya made an unsuccessful attempt to reach him. Uh, Uthman bin Affan. So I heard she had a good moral character. She was a good person, maybe. Maybe, from the Umayyad Sunni Muslim sources. So even the Shias, they say, which they do say, not if, that he was helping the widows. Oh my God, this is terrible. Uh, she was about 17 years old at that time. According to Muslim sources, Safiya is said to have informed Kanana of a dream she had in which the moon had fallen from the heavens into her lap. So, sorry, because I had these dreams that who I was supposed to marry, nothing came, and that the Hazrat Abbas has alam, big alam, very long. We have came in someone's dream and all this. From there, it does have a panja. The panja fell on my lap, and all this. So stop believe. But at that time, I was like, none of us, you know. So according to Muslim sources, Safiya is said to have informed Kanana of a dream she had in which the moon had fallen from the heavens into her lap. Kanana interpreted it as a desire to marry Muhammad and struck her in the face. Oh, goodness. Leaving a mark which was still visible when she first had contact with Muhammad. So we are told that she wanted to marry, she had this desire now after the dream to marry Muhammad. Very conveniently put here. So Muhammad killed her husband and killed Wei, her father. God, where this? Anything else I'm missing here? So I'm in this terrible mood. I should not have come here. Uh, just so how can how can you read this and not realize? If you want to give your daughters, please do, and get them divorced, and then have them marry, have their uh, this thing, adopt son's father, get married to them. Wait a minute, that would be adopted son's father. Like, let's suppose you are Zainab bin Josh's father. Behold, thou didst say to one who had received the grace of Allah, and thy favor, retain thou in wedlock thy wife and fear Allah. But thou didst hide in thy heart that which Allah was about to make manifest. Thou didst fear the people, whom you made a witness, we are told in the Shia account. But but no, he feared people because God was bringing some new thing down now. But it is more fitting that thou shouldest fear Allah. Why didn't you make Allah witness? For Zaid, when you made him, his your son. Then when Zaid had dissolved his marriage with her, with necessary formalities, all the divorce took place. We joined her in marriage to thee in order that in future there will be no difficulty to the believers in the matter of marriage with the wives of their adopted sons, when the latter have dissolved with the necessary formality the marriage. Of course, again, you can put it 100 times. I know that divorce, it's an ex-wife he marries. Zainab bin Josh, he marries. Zainab bin Josh is now an ex-wife. So what is the wisdom of God, that in order that in the future there may be no difficulty to the believers in the matter of marriage with the wives of their, and were adopted sons. Because now even Zaid is not his adopted son, he's his Mawla, friend. When the latter have dissolved with the necessary formality with them. So if there is a case this can happen, there can be no difficulty to the Prophet in what Allah has indicated to him as a duty. My mouth is open and I'm in a shock. So you believe in this Prophet and you want to impose your religion on others? Please believe in him, because it's very tough for a reasonable man to believe in this Prophet. It is a practice of those who preach the message of Allah. and fear Him and fear none but Allah. And enough is Allah to call men to account, of course. 38, let me see, there can be no difficulty to the Prophet in what Allah has indicated to him as a duty. I wonder why would this man later on say in 52, ayat 52, Allah, how can Allah Sirajun Munira? You're also above all, He came as an eternal light or lamp to illuminate the right path. O Prophet, truly we have sent thee as a witness, bearer of glad tidings, and warner. And as one who invites to Allah's grace by his sleeve, and as a lamp spreading light. O you who believe, O you who believe, when you marry believing women and then divorce them before you have touched them, no period of iddat have you to count and decide. O Prophet, we have made lawful to thee thy wives to whom thou hast paid their dowers and those whom thy right hands possess out of the prisoners of war. Yusuf Ali puts it directly here, whom Allah has assigned to thee. Why do the Shias want to hide that there were no prisoners of war? Or other Muslims coming up saying, the Quran is in Aramaic and there were no prisoners. This right hands possesses something else. Out of the prisoners of war, whom Allah has assigned to thee, and daughters of thy paternal uncles, aunts, daughters of, O Prophet, we have made lawful to thee thy wives to whom thou hast paid their dowers. Any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet. You see, this is a better way of saying that ayat is coming to my mind, Surah Nisa at 66. Like you should dedicate your lives to your religion, God, Allah, and the religion. Not kill yourselves, but would have been better if Allah had put it that way. Dedicate your whole life to Allah. Dedicate your lives. Here, believing women, this is ayat. Any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet, if the Prophet wishes to wed her. So the Prophet may not even, if he doesn't wish to marry her, he has a right to reject, say no, deny, say no to her, refuse to marry her. She wishes to marry, but here the ayat is saying, this is not even a commentary. 50, ayat 50 is saying here, see, soul who, let me just fix this. Okay, can you see this in blue? If the, who dedicates her soul to the Prophet, if the Prophet wishes to wed her. Yani, this poor Bill, you're saying he's marrying widows. He doesn't want to, but he's out of help for them. Maybe the Shias of Iran would have killed me by now. Ulama's there. I would have been. You see this? And any believing woman, no, here it starts here. Any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet if the Prophet wishes to wed her. This only for thee. And not for the believers at large. We know, wait a minute, you see here, right? Oh God, where is it now? Any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet, if she if the Prophet wishes to wed her. This only for thee. Like a believing woman comes and says, I wish to dedicate my soul to you, meaning marry you. If the Prophet wishes to wed her, now here no Muslim can catch me and say this is for the hypocrites, or the message is going for, because no, this is only for thee. He can refuse, right? Some believing lady wishes to marry the Prophet. That's why it says here. But you know how it's put? Put who dedicates her soul to the Prophet if the Prophet wishes to wed her. Meaning she's sending a proposal. She wishes to marry. Dedicates her soul to Prophet, meaning wishes to marry. Because the Prophet cannot live with a woman without marrying her or possessing, having her as his right hand. Mutta, doing mutta with her. So, is this fair? Right? Who dedicates her soul to the Prophet if the Prophet wishes to wed her. You're saying there, even though he didn't want to, but of course, he's the Prophet, he has to help the widows whose fathers were killed, husbands were killed. She wishes to wed the Prophet, but God leaves it for him. That's why Aisha said that God, complies with your every wish. God hastens to fulfill your every wish. This hadith is in the, sorry, excuse me. This hadith is in the Sunni sources. So is this fair? Huh? Oh, so now the poor Shias are very, very ashamed of it. Now they will start the Holy Prophet, man married Khadija the Kubra, woman older than him, and she remained his only wife until death. Do you think he would be crazy to marry another person when she was such a rich woman, princess of the Quraysh? Please, can you see this? So how long has it been? Because my videos, then they say, are boring, and no one will even 1 hour ago. So you see, it's going to take more than, it's going to perhaps take a lifetime for me to get myself completely. Am I wrong, or is this? I've recently made a mistake. Please see who is wrong here. I mean, who's the brainwashed? It's okay for the Prophet, huh? His wish to wed her. if the Prophet wishes to wed her. Now his wish has come. Allah, Prophet's wish has come here. Choice. No choice for Zainab bin Jahsh. If the Prophet wishes to marry her, who dedicates her soul to the Prophet, if any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet, if the Prophet wishes to wed her. Meaning, you see, she wants to marry the Prophet, right? Who dedicates her soul to the Prophet. Oh, well put, Yusuf. Similarly, married other women mentioned in the commentary verses of compassion or an account of clemency or to help his mission. Help his mission. He needed women. He needed to marry the leaders' daughters, like Abu Sufyan's daughter he married. Please, Shias, what is this? All the books of the history are clear on this point. Hafsa was a widow, Umar's Umar bin Khattab's daughter. This was an act of Abu Bakr's characteristic foresight. With the example of Abu Bakr before him, Umar, Aisha, daughter, offer his daughter. So Abu Bakr offered his daughter to the Holy Prophet. In order to so he accepted it. He had to accept it. He could not say no to Abu Bakr. Wait a minute. Amir Ali, in Spirit of Islam, says on the authority of many Muslim historians like Tabari, etc., etc., that, oh sorry, only etc., that after the death of Khadija Kubra, with a view to cement his friendship with Abu Bakr, made an offer of his daughter Aisha to the Holy Prophet. Abu Bakr made an offer of his daughter Aisha to the Holy Prophet. Okay, I agree to that. I don't agree to what the other people are saying. Why he married Aisha 6, right? This was an act of Abu Bakr's characteristic foresight. Cunning. With the Holy Prophet consented, with, with, sorry, with the example of Abu Bakr before him, Umar also desirous of having a like influence in the close circle of the Holy Prophet. Thou mayst defer the turn of any of them that thou pleasest. Oh, so thou please it, thou can, and you may receive any you please it. Oh, Allah, 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 as you please. And he was helping widows and all this. He has his pleasures as he pleases, he wishes, he can defer, he can, no justice. The eyes, truly this eyes are blind. Today, the Shias mourning for Imam Hussein, oppressed. 72 women with him also. No one sees it. what I'm showing. So don't tell me that I am not crying for the oppressed. So, too much into this religion, my goodness. Now we will, this is, if Muslims think this is shaitan, okay, yes, I have bad habits, but this is shaitan. And this is not shaitan now. Thou mayst defer the turn of any of them that thou pleaseth, and thou mayst receive any thou pleaseth. And there's no blame on thee if thou invite one whose turn thou hast set aside. This were not, there's great wisdom in this. Great wisdom. This were nigher to the cooling of their eyes. Huh? And the other's eyes are, uh, pining, yearning. So, cooling for the whose eyes? The one whose turn it is that he wishes to go to, he can please to go to one. Her eyes are being cooled. The prevention of their what? Grief. What about those you've deferred? Like that turn. You see, thou mayst defer the turn of any. Yani, the turn has come. It's their turn now. From Aisha to Zainab bin Josh, let's say. From Aisha to Hafsa to Zainab bin Josh to Safiya bin Huway to Jawaria, or yeah, sorry, can't pronounce. I've forgotten which one. There's Jawahir also, and there's Jawaria also. So if thou please, oh हक पे है ये दीन हक पे है ये दीन हक पे है Zahra, you are no 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 no. I'm not the one. Please look at this. हक की बात कर रहे हो मुसलमानों हक की बात कर रहे हो आओ मेरे साथ हक की बात करो इधर आओ हक की बात करो आज हक किसका छीना जा रहा है This man is crazy. After marrying Zainab bin Josh, these ayats have come down. You can now defer any, thou mayst defer the turn of any of them, not now, but get rid of any of his wives as and when he pleased. Commentary hai. This verse allowed the Holy Prophet to get rid of any of his wives, but what about the turns of the wife? You may defer, meaning delay, meaning, the turn of one. Like if you don't want to go to Aisha's house, and it's her turn, you may defer it and remain with Zainab bin Josh or Safiya bint Safiya bint Huway. What is this? And you think this is just? आप लोगों का दिमाग कुछ सही है? Sorry, मुझे कह रहे हैं कि मुझे शैतान, I'll be executed, house arrested, harmed, harassed. If you want to believe in this prophet, you go ahead. But don't harm me because I've left this religion, for goodness sakes. No reason. What reason is going to give me? They will give me. And then what is this verse here? I've never understood in my life this. This were nigher to the cooling of their eyes. One wife, one wife, Allah, when you go to Aisha, I cannot live without you. Are you people in your right mind? Because tomorrow you're going to ask me this. Sorry, I'll rephrase this. Rephrase it. Sorry. Oh my God. Huh? This were better. Nigher means like better to the cool. It's like nigher to the cooling of their whose eyes, you know? What? Whose eyes? You've deferred. You can defer as you please. There's no blame on you. Have I got this? Sorry, I didn't. I never understood. This were nigher to the cooling. 51. Surah Azab. If you want me to follow this religion, this prophet, you're going to impose your will on me. Rule whom you had temporarily separated. Oh, you, O Muhammad, may put aside whom you will of them, or take to yourselves whom you will, and any that you desire of those wives from whom you had temporarily separated. There is no blame upon you in returning to her. That is more suitable that they should be content and not grieve, and they should be satisfied with what you have given them. Okay, now I understand better. Those two wives you have separated, Aisha and Hafsa. You may deter whom you will of them, or you may take to yourselves whom you will, and whoever you desire of those whom you had set aside, like Aisha and Hafsa, because of Surah Tahrim, we are told, and they were annoying him, and there is no blame upon you that more suitable is that may be cooled their eyes and not. So he's even going to the hypocritical wives, and God is saying, you go back to them. No blame on you that you want to cool their eyes, and uh, you know, even though they annoyed you, very good. Sunnis are right. No, Aisha and Hafsa are not going to hell. They grieve. Shia Sunnis are right in this. You can go back. Let their eyes be cooled. What in the world happened to hearken not to the disbelievers and the hypocrites? O Prophet, fear Allah and do not obey the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Indeed, Allah is ever knowing and wise. So there's no, you separated from them. He didn't divorce them. If he were to divorce them, then God knows. For him, there are other uh, laws and rules, different laws and rules. He can marry as many as he like, defer as many, and the ones ones who have been grieved because he stopped going to them. These wives who annoyed him. But Surah Tahrim says they are hypocrites. You know what? Indirectly, like implied. Oh my God. I think humanity, I think religious people, प्लीज़ मुझे माफ़ कर दो। आप लोगों को जो करना है, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह करना है, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह करो, अल्लाह का सजदा करो, अल्लाह का प्रेज़ करो, मुझे छोड़ दो। माफ़ करो, मुझे माफ़ करो। शिया हो, सुन्नी हो, जो भी हो, मुझे माफ़ करो, ठीक है? मैं तो first naively start to share. And in year 2000 and something, I think, Wikipedia, I checked, Joffrey sect, apostasy, death penalty. For women, how many days? 3 days or something? Or just immediately execute. Okay, so this, I think no one is going to even come here. How many hours? 1 hour, 32 minutes. Please, I don't want to follow. I'm surprised at people who are following this religion and forcing people and killing apostates, and they can do what they do with the apostates. My reason doesn't come to this. It's not logical. What is this? Kill if Allah had wanted, if Allah had decreed, would not have done so. Of course not. Why? Because why would they kill themselves? They can dedicate their lives to this religion exclusively. Um, However, you may want us to be dedicated, but for Allah to put it this way, it is really the thing. It's unreasonable way of putting it. And if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves or leave your homes, okay, leave your homes, I can understand, but kill yourselves? Say sacrifice, dedicate your lives, this religion, to Allah, but kill yourselves. And it doesn't say sacrifice. Maybe Yusuf Ali has assumed, but please put the right word here, what Allah has put. Not sacrifice your lives. All my life, most of my life, I mean, not all my life, but until now, let's put it this way, I've been thinking that sacrifice your life, like Imam Hussein has sacrificed his life in Karbala and his children and all this. Kill yourselves or leave. Sacrifice. Dedicate. Slay yourself. Had he enjoined upon them, slay yourselves or leave your very few, those few who even did this, if it was enjoined, I would say they're crazy. They are like, what kind of people are they? Doesn't make sense to say it this way, put it this way. What kind of a God is this? Who is putting it if had we decreed upon them, kill yourself. Just put yourself here. So every which way the hypocrites are losing. This part is losing, that part is losing, the Bedouins are losing. What is this? Surefat. Bedouins are losing. So, which ones will you forgive when they come to you? Which hypocrites will you forgive when they ask for forgiveness? Huh? You see, these Bedouins, and Allah says in another ayat, we forgave you, maybe in Surah Tawbah, for, letting these, not killing them, perhaps. Or what? Letting them be. Letting these Bedouins be. Surah 19, I think. Indeed, those who pledge allegiance to you, they are actually those who remained behind of the Bedouins will say to you, our properties and our families occupied us. So ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not within their hearts. Then who could prevent Allah at all if He intended for you harm or intended for you benefit? Rather, ever is Allah of what you do aware. Now, these Bedouins don't want to go fight or, left behind. They just kept away from defending the Prophet. But you thought that the messenger and the believers would never return to their families, ever. And that was made pleasing in your hearts. That, and you assumed an assumption of evil and became a people ruined. And whoever has not believed in Allah and His Messenger, then indeed we have prepared for the disbelievers a blaze. Please keep your fears to yourself. This is not, this religion, it doesn't seem true. So, blazing fire, if you are scared, and to Allah belongs the dominion. He forgives whom He wills, punishes whom He wills. Those who remained, you will say His will is right and wrong. He sees. Those who remain behind will say, when you set out toward the war booty to take it, let us follow you. They wish to change the words of Allah. Say, never will you follow us. Thus did Allah say before. So they will say, rather you envy us. But in fact, they were not understanding except a little. How everyone booties and all this. When our imams say not to take this money from these people, this money I cannot take. How can you take money, booty? Say to those who remain behind of the Bedouins, you will be called to face a people of great military might. This is a devil. This is what he made. So what happened is, I think he killed, or he made the polytheists kill them. God knows what. They had some, or they will submit. Oh, so some people following this devil, you're going to come after me, right, and harm me, and for like religion, kill and stab, harm. Please, please keep your fears to yourself. It's not that. Okay, it could be the end of the world for me, right? I will burn in hell. You are not going to burn in hell. I will burn in hell. So wait for that hour. Some Muslim has told me on Facebook, wait till the day of judgment. I will see you. Wait till that. Okay? We will wait and see. Like, I'll be making laughing when they throw you in hell fire. And I will be saying, I wish I was with the believers in your light, much more booty which they will take in. Yes, because you say that you can't take anything from the disbelievers, imams and our alims, but you know what? You have killed them. These disbelievers you've killed. You won. Allah made you win. You've taken their fadak, you've taken their land, you've taken booties from all this. Booties. And it's so funny, the religious scholars, right? These imams say, no, no, I cannot take your money because you are a disbeliever. But imam can kill him, uh, right? If he comes after the imam. Let's say they have a battle like Ashura Day. They can take the booties and of the disbelievers. They can take the women of the disbelievers and marry them. This is very, very sad. Do you see what I'm seeing here? Maybe you can't see it. Maybe the Muslims won't be able to see this. And so I'm enjoying myself today. I'm going to sing and dance. I don't want to do Ashura. I don't. Thank you very much. I will come back later.